everyone, Sailor Mercury, Amy here, and today I'm going to talk about. What am I going to talk about? Oh, so yes, everyone asks me or asks us why never shift films. Oh, I've known we've made this film many times, but hey, it's our YouTube fairway, so let's talk about it. Alright, back in the day, we had many film shifting tools. Well, we had some of them, not all of them out there, but some of them. For anyone who has Microsoft Windows or small soft Windows, will know right off the front that came with uh, Microsoft Windows Filmmaker, and mostly only things it seemed to be good at was making your film brighter, making it darker, giving your film a name, beginning, middle, and end sheet to your film, and that was about it. But then it would take too long to fillet any shifts you did make to the said film. But if you want to cut things out, that was going to be a hit and miss, and that's where it would besmirch your film. You know, so yeah. And then also at one point, back when we had the HP web shooter, it came with free ArcSoft tools, which ArcSoft no longer makes anymore either. But these ArcSoft tools were about the same. They were good at making your film brighter, darker, putting all putting on names to your film and all kinds of drawings and outstanding stuff like that. But when it came to cutting things out, once again, it was just something they could not do or was a hit and miss. And then when we had our Acer uh, Reckoner, it came with Cyberlink Power Director, which once again borrowed words, but this one was more broken than the other two. At least the Microsoft and the ArcSoft stuff would work. Maybe they didn't know how to, yeah. But then the Cyberlink one, this one was completely broke. All it could do was film. So I don't want any, so telling everybody, haters used to always say, oh, well, shifting is your friend. Well, if that was true, then the shifting friends we had were friends that I'm here for you, but I can't really do anything except make your films brighter or make it darker or put some kind of outstanding drawings on it or give it a name or whatever. They beyond that, it's like a friend that's there for you who says I'll help you the good I can, but at the end of the day isn't going to do that much. Well, that must be when you mean it's a friend, because I could never skill it like so many others out there can. And I know there's going to be someone out there saying, well, what about the Apple's iFilm? Or how about Mackie Cam? Or the Final Cut or Last Cut films? Probably all the same. Probably good at making your films bright and dark and putting outstanding drawings on it or whatever. Probably good at for putting on names and all that other stuff. But when it comes to cutting things out, that's probably where it's going to fuck your film up. Or at least besmirch our film. So, and that's why we don't do it. And now there's going to be some folks saying, oh, what about the YouTube one? Well, the YouTube one doesn't even cut anything out. So, at the end of the day, at least that one is being earnest and truthful with you by saying, hey, I can make your films brighter, I can make them darker, I can put some drawings and stuff and do some things, but I can't cut nothing out. And if I could cut things out, you can't put them back together. So yeah. And the ones that used to say, "Oh, shifting is your friend," or "shifting is your friend," Oh, the ones that said that were the haters out there, the ones that always will shift a goal on you, the ones that would say, oh, it worked for me. Yeah, you had way too much time on your hands, and you kept playing around with whatever your beloved film shifting tool was until you skilled it. Then you had way too much time on your hands, so you came on YouTube to make fun of me about 7 years ago or something, or even a long time ago. So whenever, so that's why we don't shift anything out of our films or clean anything out of our films. You know, too hard to do, too hard to scale. They're all about the same. And I know there's probably someone out there saying, "Oh, you already talked about this, Sailor Mercury or Sailor Quicksilver. You already talked about this, Amy." Yeah, we did. You know, many times. So that's why I don't do it. I also think that our films are good the way they are. At least that's our belief. This is true life. This is lifelike. You can't clean nothing out of true life, and you can't shift it. The only one that can do that is God, and He picks not to. So, anyway, it is what it is. So, my films are lifelike. Because if things happen in them, they happen in them, good or bad. And before I end this film, all those film shifting tools out there are always freewared, so they don't come with anything to tell you how anything works. You just gotta play around with everything until you learn what does what. So in other words, fuck your film up until you skill how it works, and then after that, and after you skilled it, then you can say, "Oh, it worked for me." Yeah. Well, and I know that Microsoft Windows 10 comes with the Filmmaker, but it's been renamed as Film Shifter, but it's probably just as fucked up. Forgive me. Like all the other ones out there that I worked with and that others worked with, you know. So before I end this film, tell me that I'm wrong. Say that I'm wrong about all the ones I worked with, and somehow you skilled it. Well, good for you. If someone has skilled any one of those ones I've said, good for you. Well, that's never going to happen for me. And since there is no law or oversight that says I have to shift my films or clean them up, I pick not to. I'm Sailor Mercury Amy. Hope you like this film.